Let's talk about movies, the endless stream of blockbuster sequels and superhero flicks fighting for our attention. But have you ever wondered who decides which stories get told, and how? Someone is very interested in what you think about war heroism and the military. We like to believe we're in control, but are we really? That surge of pride you feel during a war movie? It's not an accident. It's the result of a powerful partnership between Hollywood and the US military. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a documented official arrangement. The military helps shape the movies and TV shows we watch, ensuring we see the version of itself it wants us to see. For generations, our understanding of conflict and patriotism has been molded by this partnership. So, let's pull back the curtain and see who's really writing the script. So, how does this work? Enter the Department of Defense Film Liaison Office, Hollywood's official gateway to the military. If you want access to real tank bases or aircraft carriers, you have to submit your script for approval. The DoD's policy is clear: your project must benefit the military and contribute to its public image. If your film makes the military look good, you get the toys. If not, you're on your own. The Pentagon can demand changes to characters' plot and dialogue, removing anything that shows incompetence, war crimes, or even too much profanity. This is institutionalized censorship, giving the DoD immense power over what we see. Most studios cooperate. It's cheaper and easier. The result? Mainstream military films are, in effect, co-produced by the military itself. Journalists have uncovered thousands of pages of memos and contracts showing just how deep this control goes. The line between government PR and Hollywood entertainment is almost invisible, and it's been happening for decades. Let's get specific. Iron Man? The Air Force got script changes in exchange for jets and bases. Lines that made the military seem callous were cut. Top Gun? The Navy had final say, changing characters and downplaying the dangers of being a fighter pilot. After release, Navy recruitment soared. Tomorrow never dies. The Pentagon refused to cooperate unless a real-life friendly fire incident was erased from the script. Godzilla, 2014. The Navy demanded the script hide military failure, rewriting nuclear test history. Even critical films like Black Hawk Down received Army support, so long as the story focused on heroism, not political controversy or civilian casualties. The Pentagon's notes always ensure soldiers are professional, never enjoying violence. The result, movies that feel gritty, but tell the story the military wants told. Censorship isn't just about looking heroic, it's about erasing mistakes. If a film doesn't fit the narrative, support is pulled and the story may never get made. This shapes not just entertainment, but our collective memory. The military's influence is everywhere, but rarely acknowledged. What we see on screen is a carefully curated version of reality, and it's changing how we see the world. Script doctoring doesn't just polish the military's image, it rewrites history. Take Vietnam. Forrest Gump's war is a political, sanitized, and DoD approved. No mention of My Lai, Agent Orange, or anti-war protests. When filmmakers tried to tell the story of the My Lai massacre, the Pentagon refused support. The project died. The same goes for recent wars. How many films show Abu Ghraib, drone strikes, or the real costs of the war on terror? Almost none. Instead, we get stories of individual heroism, disconnected from the policies that put soldiers in harm's way. This is strategic myth-making. By focusing on valor and excitement, while erasing moral failures and controversy, the military shapes public perception. We're taught to support the troops, but never question the mission. It's not just feel-good movies. It's about managing public opinion and manufacturing consent. The result? A history lesson written by the victors before the war is even over, and most of us never notice. The military's influence isn't limited to war movies. The CIA has its own Hollywood office, shaping shows like Alias 24 and films like Zero Dark 30 and Argo. Argo, for example, downplays Canada's role and turns a joint rescue into a story of CIA heroism. Even reality TV gets in on the act. Talent shows on aircraft carriers, cooking competitions for troops, all calculated PR. This normalizes the military's presence in pop culture, making it part of everyday life. Science fiction isn't immune. Transformers is basically a recruitment ad packed with real soldiers and hardware. The message: the military is powerful and advanced, and cool enough to fight alongside alien robots. Studios get production value, the Pentagon gets global PR. The partnership runs deep, reaching audiences who'd never watch a war film. The result? A culture saturated with positive military imagery, often without us realizing it. It's soft power at its most effective, and it shapes how we see the world and the military's role in it. Critical thinking doesn't stand a chance. Let's call this what it is: propaganda. When the government controls its image in media to influence opinion and boost recruitment, it's not just entertainment. The goal is to manufacture consent, guiding the public to support policies through subtle manipulation. Movies are the perfect vehicle. Thrilling stories, charismatic stars, and stunning effects bypass our critical thinking. We feel pride and excitement, not realizing the message is carefully crafted. This shapes our baseline assumptions. The military is just heroic, and questioning it is unpatriotic. It's a powerful tool for sustaining public support and recruiting the next generation. A teenager sees Top Gun Maverick and dreams of flying jets, never seeing the PTSD, civilian casualties, or political realities. The film sells a sanitized fantasy, and that's the point. The collaboration ensures the military is seen as an adventure, not a complex instrument of state power. The narrative is set before the debate even begins. We're entertained and influenced without even knowing it. That's the genius of the system. So, here we are, at the end of the reel. For decades, a government agency has shaped our collective imagination. This isn't about being anti-military. It's about being pro-truth. The stories we consume are often the product of a deliberate campaign to shape beliefs. The Pentagon and CIA aren't in the business of art. They're in the business of influence. When our main source of military information is government-approved blockbusters, democracy suffers. We're being sold a story, with crucial pages missing. The challenge is to become more critical viewers, ask who benefits, what's missing, and who really wrote the script. Next time you watch a military thriller, remember, you might be seeing more than just a film. That's a plot twist worth paying attention to.